Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Selenium with Java tutorial, we are going to learn about logging and understand what exactly is logging, why do we need logging, and how logging is going to help you in your Selenium with Java automation framework. So if you would have seen the Java tutorials that I have been covering till now, the most of the time we have been just printing the statements on the console, right? So when we say system.out.println and we print something there, this is basically saying that print this particular statement or whatever the outcome that you specify against this system out println will be printed on the console, right? So say for example, if I run this particular program, okay, you will see the components or the statements are being printed on the console, right? Now these print statements will disappear or will be gone because they are not saved anywhere, right? So these are the statements that are being printed on the console. So when the statements are being printed on the console, if you in future want to refer those statements back, then there is no way to go back and refer to those. And that's where logging comes in picture. What logging term means is that when you specify any of the print statements, say for example, I'll take an example of the test case. So when you are launching a browser, right? So whether the browser has been launched successfully or not, you can specify that statement after the launch has been successful as either a system.out.println, but it has a disadvantage that it will print on the console. So during that run, you will be able to see that it has actually launched the browser and you will see the printed statement that browser launch successful. But this is not the ideal approach. The ideal approach is to log the statements or the verification details into the log files. It comes in picture and you can log on the console or you can log on the file. So there are multiple ways, multiple configurations in logging that you can basically learn. So what are we going to cover? Because this is Java, Selenium with Java tutorial. So there is a Log4j API, which is Apache Log4j, that you can use to implement logging into your framework. So whether you are doing Java development or you are doing Selenium with Java automation, so any application, any framework that you need logging, you can use this Log4j API, right? So let me quickly go ahead and see what exactly is Log4j. So Log4j 2 is the latest one, which has a lot of improvements over Log4j 1, right? So this is from Apache and it's open source, free to use, and it has a lot of advantages, right? So some of the advantages of the Log4j API is that it will first thing provide you the logging capabilities. So you can have the APIs and then you can basically implement logging in your framework, right? We'll understand all of that, so do not worry at all about the details that we are going to cover. We'll cover in very absolute basic. So we'll start from very basic and then we'll build the skills up to the advanced level of logging. Right. So it is because it's a framework, it's an API, so it has the performance being built in. So it has been thought that it will be good performance when you implement logging. There are many other properties of the logging using the Log4j. So to understand it in very short form, the Log4j API will help you to implement logging into your Selenium automation framework or any other Java application development. Now, what are some of the other advantages of Log4j? The other advantages is that it is thread safe, it has improved performance, it works well with the small projects or the big projects. So basically if you are doing the Java development or you are just using it for your Selenium automation, you can implement logging using Log4j in any sort of project, right? So these are some of the very basic things. Now, when we say logging into any of the application or in the automation framework, so here if you'll see that when we say, for example, here we are using system.out.println, but instead of that, we will use Log4j and we will log these messages into the log files. What will be the advantage of that? The logs will go into the log file, and then if you want in future, you can basically go ahead and refer to those log files and see what all happened in the execution. Now, usually in your automation framework or Java development, there won't be just one test case or one line of code or one class or things like that. There will be thousands line of code and there will be thousands of messages. So you need to ensure the logging is implemented properly. And when those log messages are being logged into the file, .log file, which we'll see, then you can go through, open that log file, and all the statements will be there, and you'll be able to identify where exactly the problem happened. So for example, in the test case, you launched the application, but after launching the application, there was a login page or there was a home page wherein one particular web element couldn't be found. Then you can implement the logging at any sort of level, and those log messages will be saved into the file, and you seeing that log message, you will be able to understand that this particular button or text box wasn't found, and that's where the problem occurred, right? So this is the whole advantage of logging, and Log4j, Apache Log4j 2 is the efficient logging framework for Java that we'll be utilizing in this Selenium with Java automation framework. So that's all about the brief introduction about logging and Log4j. I'll see you in the next lecture, wherein we'll understand how you can configure and install a Log4j, or configure and set up Log4j. Basically, there is nothing such installation of Log4j. So we'll set up Log4j and we'll start understanding more details about the logging in upcoming tutorial. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.